নমস্কার, সিপিআইএম ডিজিটালে আপনাদের স্বাগত জানাই। আজকে আমাদের সঙ্গে উপস্থিত রয়েছেন কমিউনিস্ট পার্টি অফ ইন্ডিয়া মার্কসিস্টের নবনির্বাচিত সাধারণ সম্পাদক Comrade M.A. Baby. Thank you, Comrade, for joining us today. To get started, what are the party's priorities and the key tasks for the party workers in the aftermath of the 24th Congress?
See, 24th Congress of CPIM enunciated three important tasks. You see, of course, as part of these three important tasks, there are subtasks also. First of all, the neo-fascist trends that is being displayed by the government in Delhi under Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. It is getting manifested in different forms and ways. The latest Waqf Amendment Bill, which has been made into an act, that is the latest one. Then some BJP leaders declaring that Supreme Court pronouncements are leading to civil war in the country. Supreme Court pronouncements were basically upholding the constitutional values. For example, about Waqf Bill also, the fact that certain provisions of the Waqf Bill are not in tune with the constitutional provisions, protection of linguistic and religious minorities. It's a basic structure of Indian constitution, any modern society. But this BJP, RSS controlled BJP government, they don't have any respect for such constitutional values. So Supreme Court said that certain provisions are very outwardly not in tune with constitution. They said that. Then they said that therefore we are going to hear the case properly. BJP MPs are attacking the judiciary, Supreme Court. Even Vice President of India, Mr. Jagdeep Thanger, he was governor in the state of Bengal. He also openly came out against the courts. Another pronouncement of the Supreme Court was regarding 10 bills passed by Tamil Nadu government. Of course, there are similar bills passed by Kerala legislature also. Governors are holding it. That is undemocratic. Supreme Court made observation. So, point is that the extraordinary authoritarian and undemocratic actions of the government led by BJP, because of its control is basically in the hands of fascistic RSS. It is leading the country into a very dangerous path. So CPIM Party Congress has correctly decided that the primary task is to bring together all secular democratic forces to ensure that they are moved. The government showing neo-fascist trends should be removed from the seat of power. They are trying to control everything. So this is primary political task. To take up this task effectively, the CPIM and the left parties should enhance their influence. You see, there is a decline. We communists are very truthful. We accept the reality. See? So, party has to focus its energies in rebuilding the party. In Kerala, there is only Kerala government is the only left front government, left democratic front government in the country. Within an year's time, we are going to face election like in Bengal, in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. We are going to have election. In all these elections, this political tactical line we want to advance. We want to gain more support of the people. So removing the authoritarian government at the center led by BJP, which displays neo-fascist tendencies. For Indian democracy and secularism, removing them from the seat of power is most important. In order to do that, the independent strengths of CPIM and the other left democratic forces should be enhanced. Number 3, you see, removing this government from the seat of power alone will not be suffice, because communal poison is being injected into every cell of Indian society. So detoxifying Indian society from the poison of communalism is a long-standing struggle. This also CPIM identifies as an important task. Many opposition parties don't view it like that. They are viewing BJP as another political party. They are capturing power from our hands. But it's not another political party. It has its semi-fascist, semi-military RSS trained volunteers being, put in charge of various regions of our country. They are being deployed every nook and corner of the country. So it's a different political party. They have this unconstitutional, semi-army. It's like a semi-army they have. They are trying to influence the armed forces also. So they are operating at different levels. So it is not just another political party. It's a entirely different political outfit. So to detoxify Indian society from the influence of the RSS is a very important task. Along with this, we also say that because of the terror that is being unleashed by RSS, among various minority sections, extremism is developing. RSS is very happy about that. Why? When there is extremist forces developing among minority communities, RSS can justify their activities. So minority communalism and minority fundamentalism is actually feeding and helping RSS. So this is the overall political situation in our country. Therefore, removing them from the seat of power. To do that, independent strength of CPM and the left needs to be enhanced. Then the struggle has to continue to detoxify Indian society. These are the main tasks identified and adopted through discussion in the 24th Party Progress.
You are emphasizing on the need to build the party's individual and independent strength and that of the left movement. Can you elaborate on your vision for achieving this? What strategies do you propose?
You see, to tackle this threat coming from basically BJP and RSS, you see, we have to politically, ideologically and culturally expose them. You see, they are following a very treacherous strategy. They are mixing religion and politics. See, people generally are religious minded. Without much logic or rational analysis, people take to the path of religion. Because my father and mother, they were Muslims, so we are also Muslims. My father and mother, they were Hindus, Brahmins. Here you have Bhadralok, Chatterjees, Banerjees and all that. So a Chatterjee's son would be a Chatterjee. So religion is continuing in that process. Various communal forces convert their religiosity into communalism. Being religious is one thing, being communal is another thing. So all the communal forces, especially RSS, they fan up the religious feelings into communalism. They create the other. That is basically minorities. And in a way they are very candid, RSS, because they have come out with their thesis written by Madhava Sadashiva Golwalkar, who says there are three internal enemies: Muslims, Christians and communists. I am slightly angry with him for having ignored communists and made communists only the third enemy. Actually, communists are their first enemy. But to create the other concept, they wanted to keep Muslims as number one enemies. See, this is how they are operating. So how to counter this? That's the question. To counter this, first of all, we have to expose how pernicious, unscientific, illogical is their argument. Their grander argument is that India should be converted into a majoritarian, theocratic Hindu Rashtra. We'll have to explain to people, can religion be the basis for setting up a Rashtra in modern society? In front of our eyes, an Islamic Rashtra was sought to be created, that is Pakistan. And one part of Pakistan, West Pakistan and East Pakistan. Now East Pakistan is nowhere to be seen. You will see only Bangladesh. If religion could be the basis of a nation, construction of a nation, there should not have been Bangladesh. Bangladesh should have continued as East Pakistan. And you know that. So, religion cannot be the basis for building a nation. So, the Hindu Rashtra concept of RSS is utterly historical and scientific. This we have to explain to people. But they utilize religion, their own wrong interpretation of religion, to preach communalism. Here we have taken a very important decision that to fight communalism, to fight the semi-fascistic RSS and their project, people innocently following their religious practices who are not communal, those people should also be held together with you to fight communalism. This we have underlined. We have to fight cultural struggle. We have to expose them politically and culturally, historically. Along with this task, now we have in a clear-cut language stated that you have to differentiate between people taking communal position on the basis of religion, which is a minority in every religion. Majority of people following religion, they are not communal. Whether they are Hindus, Christians or Muslims or Buddhists. So CPIM 24th Party Congress underlined this point and decided that there should be systematic effort to win over believers into the side of secular platform of struggle against communalism. This is an important stand reiterated by the Party Congress.
To counter the BJP and RSS's growing influence and to challenge their neo-fascist tendencies, how can the left democratic forces and the progressive forces unite?
Left and progressive forces need to unite to undertake this task. And the Party Congress itself, in the inaugural session, we had leaders of CPI, CPI-ML Liberation, Forward Bloc and RSP. They coming and addressing the inaugural session. So left coming together is very important in successfully fulfilling this task. Then I have mentioned about the exposure of these communal forces politically, culturally and so on. Along with that, once these left forces come together and we bring other democratic and secular political forces and even social organization into this broad platform, we have to independently and together with others, we have to take up livelihood issues of the people, livelihood issues of agricultural laborers, poor, rural rich, rural poor against rural rich, the struggles, urban poor against the urban rich, class struggle. In short, we have to initiate different forms of class struggle. More so local based struggles. All India struggle we would be compelled to take up. For example, 20th of May we have a joint All India strike of workers, you see, against the labor code and all that. Such struggles are important. But at the same time, we have to take up local issues affecting the livelihood of people. Such struggles should end only after having achieved some of the demands which are being raised as part of the struggle. So class struggle has to play a very important role in unifying workers, peasants and various other sections of society, transcending religion or caste. So when casteist forces and communal forces try to divide people on communal lines and casteist line, we should bring together people on their livelihood wishes, transcending caste and community. This is also very, very important, stressed in the party congress.
Comrade Sitaram Yechuri often emphasized that strengthening the left in Bengal is crucial for its nationwide resurgence. Given the current scenario here in Bengal, we are facing a dual challenge from both the BJP and the Trinamool Congress and the rising competitive communalization. How can we break free from this binary politics and establish a strong left alternative?
You see, what Comrade Sitaram said is very, very important and very correct. You see, for the left and the most important leftist political force, which is CPIM, to become a powerful political entity in the entire country, we have to stage a comeback in the state of West Bengal. West Bengal was the most advanced, contingent of the CPIM and the left forces in the country. I remember Comrade B.T. Ranadive, the towering leader of the communist movement, you see, and popularly he is known as the comrade who advanced the Calcutta thesis. We are discussing in Calcutta in 1948. Comrade BTR, I used to hear in party congresses and in Central Committee when Comrade BTR used to introduce the political resolution when EMS was General Secretary. He used to analyze the situation. Those days what he used to say was that we are in the leadership in West Bengal, and West Bengal is the most advanced outpost of the working class forces and communist forces in the country. If we need to strengthen the movement at the all India level, first of all we have to protect this most advanced outpost in West Bengal. And to protect it, we have to develop in other parts of India. Now, we have suffered a decline in West Bengal. So, if we are to grow in the entire country, we have to restore our lost influence in West Bengal. For that, the party is very seriously working. And trade union organization, peasant organization, agricultural labor, youth, students, women, organization of those who live in bastis, jhoparis. All these sections are being organized with the red flag. And we are discussing here on 21st of April. On 20th of April, that is yesterday, we had a huge rally in Brigade Parade Ground showing the strength of the red flag among workers, peasants, agricultural laborers and other, marginalized sections of society. So we are working systematically among the poorest of the poor. We are in the right path in West Bengal. And I happened to participate in the state conference of CPIM in Bengal, held near Hooghly. That state conference also discussed threadbare how the difficulties faced by CPIM in Bengal can be overcome and how we can expand. So if we are able to implement the decisions taken in the latest state conference of CPIM, and also if we are able to take the spirit of the 24th Party Congress held in Madurai, the party in West Bengal and the left in West Bengal would make tremendous growth and progress sooner than later. In 1970s, early 70s, there was semi-fascist terror. There was systematic attack. Thousands of comrades have been murdered in West Bengal. But within another 5-6 years, party was able to stage a comeback. Now it is taking longer time because the attack, there is, as you rightly said, competitive communalism is there. It is not just the semi-fascist terror of Congress. Now Congress has mostly transformed into Trinamool Congress. You see, Congress is weak and Trinamool Congress, they developed with the help of RSS and BJP. You see, and there is RSS controlled BJP also trying to grow in West Bengal. So this is a very peculiar situation now. But if we patiently work among masses, as we are doing now, and if we are able to implement the decisions of the latest state conference and the decisions of the 24th Party Congress, the situation in Bengal would be dramatically changing.
As Kerala prepares for its assembly elections the next year, the party is at a crossroads. We have seen a concerning decline in our support rate, dropping to 33.35% in the past Lok Sabha elections, and a 7% slide over the past decade. So what's the plan to reverse this downward trend? Because NDA is also gaining momentum, boosting its vote share to 20%. How will the left in Kerala respond to this growing challenge and to reclaim its ground in the state?
You are right. There is a decline in the influence of the CPIM and the left when you analyze the Lok Sabha election voting percentage. You see, in 2019 Lok Sabha election also, the LDF could win only one seat. And there was a decline in the vote percentage. After that, we had assembly election. And we came back, the Left Democratic Front came back with, I think, 7 or 8 more seats in the assembly. This has never happened in the history of Kerala. And the left could never get a continuous verdict from people. This has happened for the first time. So in the Lok Sabha election, the voters in Kerala behave in a peculiar manner. They say that you are not going to play an important role in Delhi. Some people even say we have had house-to-house campaign. So when somebody said that, no, your party could become the Prime Minister, you have decided on your own theoretical ideological ground that with limited parliament members and limited influence in the country, if you take a prime ministership, you won't be able to, live up to the expectations of people. That's why you see, there's a politically illiterate people in Kerala. So such questions, some people ask me. Then I explain to them why this decision is taken. So they say that the Congress and UDF should have better numbers in Lok Sabha. Only then, as against BJP, Congress leaders would be invited to form the government. So, in any case, if we elect you, you also support some secular party against BJP. See, so it's better than sending Congress. All these convoluted arguments they put forward, and this performance of the LDF would be far lower than that of the UDF. You have a point that slowly BJP is penetrating to various areas. They are increasing their influence. And they could open their account in the Lok Sabha election from Tripura. They could. That was a UDF sitting seat. Their UDF vote went down. Congress candidates' vote went down drastically. And the reduction in Congress vote in Tripura Parliament election is what got converted as the majority for the BJP Lok Sabha candidate in Tripura. The LDF in Tripura constituency where BJP won, the LDF vote increased by more than 16,000. Anyway, that's only casually I am making a reference to. So in the assembly election, people generally support the left because that is the overall performance of the left. Now, by this November, most likely, Kerala state would be declared as the first and only one state in the entire country where extreme poverty is totally eradicated. You see, that the LDF government is moving towards that. Then giving housing, developing infrastructure. Kerala is a small state. In that state, during this LDF government, it is now entering the 9th year. If you only consider the second LDF government, it is the 4th year now. If you take together the earlier LDF government and the present LDF government, over 80,000 crore rupee worth infrastructure has been developed in Kerala. Not to speak of various welfare measures the state government has been implementing. Maybe in Bengal you would be interested if I, without taking much of your time, I would say that Kerala is the only state in India where internet connectivity has been declared as a fundamental right of people. Declaration you can make, but that's not alone what is being done there. The poorest 20 lakh families of Kerala, as a whole in Kerala there are less than a lakh families, you see, 90 lakh or so. Of that, 20 lakh families are very, very poor. Those families are getting internet connectivity free. People would ask, what is this? These poor people, if they are offered internet connectivity, they should have the hardware, instruments. That also being addressed by the state government. Through Kudumbashri, self-help group, they are being, because children from these poor families, there is 100% entry into schools in Kerala. So there will be some students studying in every poor family. Though these students will get iPad or computer or smartphone, for which the self-help group will advance money. When they work with this, they would come up economically. So it's a very interesting project being implemented as K-phone projects in Kerala. To save time, I don't go into details. So you are very anxious about what would happen when assembly elections would be held along with Bengal within a year. The people of Kerala are now talking about continuation of the LDF government for the third term. And even UDF people, BJP people, when they privately talk, they say you have very good chance. But to take full advantage of this task and chance, there's a lot of work we need to do, and we are preparing for that.
In Tripura's recent assembly elections, the party polled 24.62% of the votes, winning 11 seats in a direct contest against the BJP. How can the party enhance its independent strength and expand its base in that state?
You see, in Tripura, actually the BJP government is unleashing semi-fascist terror against all opponents. Not only against the left, against Congress and various other, those who are not cooperating with BJP government there, you see. Even the previous opposition leader who served as chief minister for a long period, Comrade Manik Sarkar, when he was leader of the opposition, he was unable to go to his constituency. That kind of semi-fascist terror was continuing in the state of Tripura. Even now it is happening. When we were moving towards the 24th Party Congress, in many places in Tripura we were unable to hold party conferences in a legal manner. So they had to hold the conferences elsewhere. Safer place they have to go. The delegates were shifted to safer places. So people, even while you are living in Bengal, some of you need not necessarily know what exactly is the ground reality in state of Tripura. But during the state conference, they have had detailed discussion. Comrades are confident that this situation is not going to stay. Necessary, tactics is being worked out there. Sections of, tribal society, you see, they were misled by BJP, using the central government also, offering them that you will get full autonomy and things like that. It was the CPM-led Lieutenant government which gave autonomous district councils for the tribals in Tripura. 2/3 of the land in Tripura, through land reforms, was ensured to the tribals. Tribals constitute one-third of the population. In such a society, just imagine 2/3 of the land would belong to 1/3 of tribal population. Nobody else can encroach on that. This was introduced by a CPIM-led government. But tribals, they say, okay, our rights, but they were expecting various other things. That also, Lieutenant government was providing. So BJP, using the central government, misled people in a big scale. Now they are getting disillusioned. Tribal sections are realizing that they were just cheating us. But it will require some more time for them to get politically organized in support of the CPM and the left. That process has started. How much time it would take in Tripura for the CPM and the left to fully recover from the setback, we have to wait and see. But we are very sure that comrades are inching towards restoring the influence of the CPM and the left.
Thank you, Comrade.
Thank you very much.